Peace, you guys. This is Naz, and today we're going to talk about the Rose of Jericho. It is a plant, and those who may be familiar with plants and herbs, you may have heard of it before. However, you may not be aware of its magical and spiritual properties. So let's talk about Rose of Jericho. So this is what it looks like when you first get it. Yeah. It's very dry. You can see the roots right there, okay? And what happens is that you will put it in water, and within a very short amount of time, this is what will happen to it. It'll become really open and green and full of life again. So this, that starts like this, will end up looking like this. And it'll take this transformation within. You can actually start seeing changes happen in it within the first few minutes of placing it in water. You can sometimes see it start to expand and open, as well as definitely by the end of a full day. I believe the more it expands and opens and how green it becomes has a lot to do with the water that you put it in, whether the water is charged, whether you added crystals or stones or some sort of intention into the water before you did it. That usually makes much more of an impact. So what are the spiritual and magical benefits of a Rose of Jericho, and how can you use it? So Rose of Jericho, because of its ability to open and close again, meaning, so it starts off like this, yes, and it'll go to this. But what will happen is if I decide to remove all of the water out of this plant, it'll simply start to close up, it'll start to turn brown, and it'll go back to looking like this, okay? It'll just close up on itself and turn brown again. And then what will happen again, if I decide to put that same plant right back into water, it will start to expand again, turn green, come right back to life. So the Rose of Jericho is also known as the plant of resurrection, because it will continue to die, be reborn, die, be reborn, as many times as you want to use it. And so what are one of the ways that you can use it to manifest? So because it has the energy of resurrecting things, bringing things back, returning things, right? One of the things that you can do with it is that you can use it in your home at your altar in order to help increase and keep your prosperity, as far as financial prosperity, going for yourself and for your business and your home and things of that nature. So what you would do is, once the Rose of Jericho expands and it opens, you could put money in there, all different kinds. You could put quarters, pennies, nickels, dimes, gold coins if you have them. If you maybe want to manifest traveling, you could put some foreign money in there, money from other places that you've traveled or places that you would like to travel, and you would put it in there and you would let it sit in there. And then what you would do is eventually you would go ahead and drain the water off of it. And then you would allow the Rose of Jericho to close up again on itself until it looks like this again. And then what you do once it closes up is really your own personal preference. You may want to sit it under a full moon. You may want to sit it under a new moon. Whatever it is that you're exactly going for, the energy that you're going for, you may have a certain number of days that Spirit moves you to leave it in there. It may, Spirit may tell you to leave it for 3 days on your altar, or 7 days on your altar, or 9 days on your altar. And meditate over it and let it charge. And then when you're ready, you would put it back into water and you would let it open up. And so you're sending out an energy and a vibration, a frequency, to say that your money will keep resurrecting. Your money will continue to renew itself. Your money, your prosperity of your home will never die. It'll keep going. You'll spend money, but money will come in. You'll circulate money and it'll come right back to you. And so that is the energy that you're going for. And so that's one of the ways that you can use it in a very spiritual and magical way. So, really simple, not complicated at all. These are listed now on the website www.nastheyogadoula.bigcartel.com. And yeah, if you have any questions about the Rose of Jericho, feel free to put your questions in the comments or inbox me. So yeah, I wanted to give y'all this. I love working with the Rose of Jericho. It's a really amazing plant, and it really tunes you in with life force energy. And the longer that you keep your Rose of Jericho, the more of a relationship that you form with it, and the more of a relationship that you form with that root, which is just another way of saying a plant, whether it is an actual root or the stem or the flower, what have you, just to say plant life, right? The more that you bond with the plant life, with the root, the more it will work with you and work for you. So yeah, you can really take this as far as you want to go. I've also used it in work to help to restore energy in a marriage, or long-term relationships where maybe the energy has died down. Things maybe aren't going so well in the marriage or the union, and so using the Rose of Jericho is a great way to resurrect that union. You could place things that symbolize the people in the relationship, place it in the Rose of Jericho, allow it to close up on itself. Make your prayers over it, your intentions, let it charge on your altar, whatever, your spirit is called to do. And then at the designated time that is right for you, you would take that, put it back into water, and allow it to resurrect, symbolizing the resurrection of the relationship, a renewal of the relationship, a renewal of the union. So that's another way that you can use it, as well as you could use it for healing and things of that nature. So I hope this video was helpful to you. If you're watching this on YouTube, remember to like, subscribe, and share. And yeah, and feel free to leave a comment as long as it's something kind. So, and I don't even mind, comments that aren't exactly kind, as long as it's useful. If you're just like, girl, your face is really shiny, what's happening? Let's block that. I'm good with that, but as long as it's helpful. So feel free to chat with me in the comments, and remember to like, subscribe, and share if this video was useful to you. If you'd like to get a Rose of Jericho from me, just shoot on over to the website, nastheyogadoula.bigcartel.com.